It is the last week of June. It is hot as heck here, and there is not enough coffee in my cup for this video. We're off to a great start. Let's get into June monthly wrap up. Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you're new. Hi, I'm Mand. And it is the end of June. And I like to do these monthly wrap-ups. I like seeing what other people got up to for their month and whatnot. I feel like I'm saying this every month lately this year. I wasn't going to do a front-facing video. I don't know why. But I decided to do it anyway. I think it's because I've got like literally no eyeliner or mascara on. I have no makeup on, lip balm. That's about it. My hair is still a little bit damp because I washed it, obviously. But it is hot as heck already, and it is only 20 past 10 in the morning when I'm recording this. I had hoped to record a bit earlier, but listen, life's, and that's it. So June, we're nearly at the end of June. By the time this is up, we're kind of towards the end. I'm going to put down my cup because I feel like it's distracting me. But June was busy, really busy. I feel like there was just something constantly on. I don't know if anybody else was the same, but I felt like I was constantly on the go, but also feel like I was getting nothing done at the same time. I don't know, and I'm excited for summer, but I'm also kind of like, I like the slower pace of life. I know everything has to pick up and, you know, that is life. But I'm also kind of like, I just want a little bit of calm and quiet. Just a break away from chaos everywhere, right? Everywhere. And I just want to touch upon this really quickly. And I know there's a lot going on between everyone's own life, the world, chaos at its finest, and then also here on the Tower 2 community. I know the witchy community has their own thing going on and whatnot, but I just want to say how important for me community is. As most of you know, I partake in a lot of tags that go around. I try and comment on as many videos as I can. I swear I have so many other videos, but I promise I'm getting around to them, and I appreciate everyone is the same. You can only comment and watch so many videos and all that, okay? But for me, community, and I'm only speaking for myself here, I'm not addressing anything or anything like that, but I just want to make it very, very clear that here on my channel, we're just going to have fun. We're going to chat about decks. We're going to have a look through decks. That's why I love my walkthrough Wednesday, so that we get a look at some new decks that are coming up, some decks that are out, some new decks that I brought in, old decks that I actually want to do a walkthrough of as well, because I've been feeling that draw towards older decks as well. Or, well, they're not that old, but they're not that new either. And just have fun conversations. Like the pendulum really brought up some great, amazing questions. I love deep, meaningful conversations. I love connections, and I want to make that very clear that that is what the whole point of my channel here is, to have that real great sense of community and deep conversation, thought-provoking, and just exploring maybe different bits and pieces that we might be into, or, you know, dipping our toes in that and going, okay, that was for me, that wasn't for me, and just exploration. So I just wanted to say that because I know there's a lot going on. You know, you can't help but notice these things, and I do, you know, and it's hard not to. And again, not here for tea, not here for negativity or drama or anything like that. You won't find that here. You won't find that here. Positivity, yes, but none of that toxic stuff either, okay? Right, so can we just clear that up? Please. My poor brain, I can't. I just, like a lot of us, I come to YouTube because it's a nice form of escapism and just diving into things that we love and chatting with people that we love communicating with and all that. Can I actually just share with you the daily cards that I pulled for myself today? They'll be up on my Instagram anyway, but I thought they were super interesting. So we got well, we got, I like sharing with you guys. So voice is honor the power of expression and communication. And Knight of Swords, I'm sorry, my ring light is picking up on this. And the book, so I know a lot of you are going to ask, I'm going to show this pairing later on in the video, so just keep your eyes out for that. But if you're impatient, hello Floody Headmend, if you're impatient, that's okay. The Oracle deck is the Light and the Dark, paired with the Light and the Dark Tarot, so there's two. But I thought the write-up on voice was really good. So if you just bear with me and just be open to listening, that's it. That's all I'm asking. Is communication is the sacred exchange between self and other, a thread that weaves us together. Your voice is the bridge that connects your inner world to others. Like the orcas so beautifully reflect with their wildly complex language system, all life is meant to live interdependently in connection. That's really cool. It's through communication that we bridge distances, create understanding, and build the foundations for all relationships. Sorry about my clicky chair. This card invites you to reflect on how you communicate, both with others and with yourself. It highlights the importance and power of your voice. Are your words breathing truth or illusion? Do you speak with clarity and authenticity, or are you holding back of fear or hesitation? How can you create more harmony between your internal dialogue and your outward expression? Are you expressing yourself in ways that liberate or limit you? Listening with presence, empathy, and understanding is just as vital as speaking. And by actively listening to those around you, you allow for deeper connections, healing, liberation, and mutual respect to be fostered. I thought that was just so fitting. Balanced communication strengthens and benefits all involved, even when it's challenging and uncomfortable. Avoiding important exchanges can lead to isolation and despair. This card asks you to honor your connection to your voice, to the truth, and to the transformational power you hold in being authentic and honest. Cultivating open and compassionate communication will create the space for a more liberated and connected version of yourself. I was like, wow, that is super empowering. Love that. And I just wanted to share that because you never know who's watching and who may need to hear that. So if you're feeling like online is a lot, what I would say is everyone has free will, right? We all have free will. You get to pick and choose who you want to watch and who you want to engage with. So just be mindful of that. That is it. Because I definitely... I love the people that I connect with online. I'm not going to list everyone out because we will be here for the day. So, some books that I want to talk about that I didn't get around. I've read one and I'm on to my second one. But I went into the charity shop. I think in America you call them thrift shops. But I went into the charity shop because I needed more books. Not really, I didn't. And I got a stack for like a $5, which is a lot more than what I'd normally pay in the charity shop. But I seen these and I couldn't pass them up, and they're in really, really, really good condition. So I got Kathy Kelly, Other Woman. You can see I paid €1 for that. It's not bad, okay? The spine is really cracked on this one. So this is 3 Women, 3 Secrets, 3 Tangled Lives. I don't know. Give me summer vibes with the orange and the bees. Excuse me. I was like, yes. And then I seen this other Kathy Kelly book, which I really enjoy. Kathy's books is Past Secrets, and keep a secret too long and it will creep out when you least expect it. I was like, okay, sounds good. And then, so I watched Sally Rooney's series, Normal People and Conversation with Friends. So I watched Normal People first. I think it was on the RT player here in Ireland. I think it's on Netflix. I'm not really sure. It's with, I mentioned it there a while back, but it's with Paul Mescal. I think that's kind of what propelled him into fame or something like that. I don't know. But I seen this and I was like, okay, it's secondhand. I'm not buying it brand new. I'll see whether I like it. I devoured this. I can hand on heart say it is one of the few books that I have read that literally translate from book to series, to the TV. As far as I can remember, very little, if any, was changed at all. And I adored it. And I have to say, like, the characters were reflected so well on the series. Like, absolutely fantastic. Enjoyed it so much. And now I'm on Conversation with Friends, which I watched on the RT player as well. I think I watched Normal People on Netflix, sorry, and Conversation with Friends on the RT player. Yeah, I think so. Really enjoying it. Some of the things here have been changed just slightly, like as in location. I think there's one part here where they went to the north of France, but in the series they went to Croatia or something like that. So just like minor changes, but nothing that like changes the story. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just nitpicking. But so there, what I'm currently reading, I want something like light and uplifting and just airy and easy to read. After forgetting a book, I'll have to go and get it in my head. And then I also found this book is Danielle Steele. It's Wanderlust, and I read this years and years and years and years ago, and I loved it so much. So I want to reread it to see, do I love it as much as I did when I first read it? So they're the books. I think I'm gonna have to turn you guys around because I want to show you some journals and I want to show you the decks. So yeah, let's flip you guys around and we will have a look at all of the decks. I can't even talk anymore. The deck pairings that I worked with and the decks that I worked with this month. Okay, so we have you flipped around. Oh my goodness me. You can see what I want to talk about. Okay, so I want to talk about the Mary Magdalene Oracle, which I've been kind of dipping in and out of this past month. And I mentioned it last month that I wanted to read this book in conjunction with working with this deck. Now, I have started, but it is a chunky deck. I got it secondhand, so it is a bit battered and aged looking and whatnot. I have no idea. When was it even published? 2005. Oh my goodness. Okay. Okay, so it is a bit of an older book. But first of all, if you're new here and you see this and you're thinking, oh my gosh, no, not religious, grew up in a very Catholic Ireland many years ago as a kid. I was a Catholic. I'm not anymore. I'm very much of the spiritual aspect of things, witchy elements. There's just a whole lot to me. It's an eclectic mix of the finest and most beautifulest new word for you, of chaos. That's me. And I picked this up from a holistic shop that I love very much. Unfortunately, the shop has closed, but they do still have an online shop, which is very cool. But I picked this up because I kept coming back to it and I was kind of fascinated about Mary Magdalene. And I was like, okay, interesting. And I knew I had this book, so I was like, do you know what? I want to read this in conjunction with this. Now, one of you lovelies did tell me that Megan Watterson has a book on this as well. And I do believe it's mentioned in the guidebook as well. But I'll get that down the line because as you can see, it's taking me some time. I am tabbing, see, and I'm actually writing in the book as well. My thoughts and whatnot. I'm not ready to share that just yet. But what I want to say is, as you can see, like the pages are absolutely filthy in this. I am finding this extremely interesting. The only thing is it takes a lot out of me to digest what is saying because I'm very used to reading fiction, so it's easier for me to read this, whereas this is very thought-provoking. There's a lot of information in here because apparently Mary Magdalene actually had her own gospel as well, so it kind of touches upon that. And here is like, you know, some belief is that she was Jesus' like best friend, companion, confidant, and then there's also the belief that she might have been a partner of his. So there's a whole lot here that's going on, so it's a lot to unpack and digest. And obviously it's the Da Vinci Code that kind of set this whole thing in motion with Mary Magdalene, even though this was out way before. I think the Da Vinci Code, that's what the author said in this. So it's interesting. It's very thought-provoking. There's a lot of information in this. There was a lot of research and thought that has gone into this. And obviously there's a lot of religious aspects in this as well, because obviously Jesus and the Catholic Church and whatnot. So there's a lot to unpack, but this isn't like a religious book in the aspect of it being preachy. It's very informative and thought-provoking, and it's kind of like what's the word I'm looking for? I'm stumbling over words here now, but it's there you go, you've Leonardo da Vinci. It's very educational and it gets you thinking outside the box, which I always appreciate. I always appreciate thought-provoking books and things that make me think outside what I may have been taught. So yeah, I wanted to share that. Another practice that I've been really enjoying lately is, first of all, my file of facts. This little personal, no, it's not a personal, it's a mini. No, wait, what is it? It's a pocket. Jeez. I knew it wasn't a personal because they're bigger. This is a pocket file of facts. It's the Saffiano. Is it Saffiano? Yeah, Saffiano one. This is what mine looks like. It hasn't really changed much since I set it up. Well, changed much as in it's probably gotten chunkier. There's some parts that I do want to change here, like my intentions. I need to take that out because I'm not actually using that, or I might just change what's on the front of it. I'll see. And I just realized I need to get my decks as well. So I'm trying to see what we didn't, movie wise we haven't watched that. We have been watching Dutton Ranch and Clarkson's Farm, the last season. It's very good. I have 2 more episodes of Clarkson's Farm, well, we do, to watch. And Dutton Ranch we're all caught up with. I just love Rip and Beth so much. They're like my favorites, like absolute favorites. And so what I'm really wanting to share here is, obviously I write down my gratitudes every day. I actually missed yesterday. It's the first time in ages I've missed a day. But what I have been loving is, is doing the Tarot Challenge by Lionhearts over on Instagram. So this isn't the prettiest cover page that I've made, but it was kind of like the title of it is Follow Your North Star. So this is kind of what I had for stars. And there's nothing aesthetically pleasing about it. And I've been loving it. So I write out the questions and then I also write out my answers. I don't think there's anything that's like all that much, but I've been loving that. And of course I've been picking one tarot to go with that. And I forgot to share last month because I did it last month as well. So I've been using Floating World Tarot. I haven't mentioned this on my channel yet, and I had meant to do a walkthrough, but then I got excited and I started using it. So it will come up eventually, probably, maybe on a walkthrough Wednesday. But I love decks that aren't super popular. I actually seen this on Lennox's channel, I believe, and I was like, I need that. It was so adorable, and I wasn't wrong. It's so freaking good. I've been enjoying it with my tarot, or with doing it's not my tarot challenge, with doing the tarot challenge. I've been really enjoying it so much. The messages are so clear, so concise, so straight to the point. There's no second guessing yourself either. I feel like it's just really cute. It's a really great deck to just do a challenge like this, because you're doing 1 card a day on just like a certain question, or a tarot spread as well. It's really fun, but I really like this, and the guidebook is really good as well. Now it's very small. It's as in the information is very dainty in it, but for the challenge that you're doing, I feel like it's more than enough, personally myself. Like, you have keywords so you can go off on those, upright and reversed. I mean, what more do you need? Personally, for something like that, especially, anyway. the next deck that I've been really loving is the Kajar Oracle by Nova Monday, and I've just been loving dipping in and out of this. You can see I have already drawn a card here, and this has been beside my bed as well. I've just been having fun exploring the different archetypes in this book. It is, 1 second now, I know I have a walkthrough of it, it's on the back of it. It is very much, oh, what's the word I'm looking for? It is very intuitive, but you have the different archetypes in it as well. Like, I mean, look how pretty that is. But, and the different aspects of ourselves. Like, you've a healer, denialist, opportunist. It's so good. And I've just been loving drawing one card. I still have yet to do one of the tower sprites that I'm really curious to actually pull from. So I'm just giving you a snippet because I have done a walkthrough on this. But what I've been loving is, for example, you have Addict here, right? Hello, meant. So you have the meaning. So this personality trait refers to an individual's propensity. Is that how you pronounce it? Oh, sometimes words that's in this heat. To develop an obsessive or compulsive relationship with certain substances, behaviors, or activities. This trait often involves a deep-seated need for immediate gratification or relief, leading the person to repeatedly seek out the source of their addiction despite negative consequences. And so then it kind of goes into that. So there's also kind of like a deep dive into personality traits and aspects that we've all kind of dealt with at one point or another, or still are. So I found that extremely interesting, and I'm having a great time getting to know this deck. And I want to take my time. I really want to get to know the decks that are in my collection, and I just want to talk about that really quickly. I know there's a lot of decks coming out, and I know I share them here on my channel as well, but I'm also feeling a big draw to, yes, there are a few decks that I really want to get my hands on, but I'm also being mindful of what I'm bringing in. I've mentioned this several times, but I have been finding that need to kind of just slow down a second and really get to know the decks that I have in my collection, because I love collecting decks, don't get me wrong. And by the way, if you go off and you want to buy like 10 decks a week, heck, you do you, please do you. And if you don't and you only want to buy 10 decks in the year, please do that too. Do not let anyone in that sense tell you need to do this or that. You don't, okay? Do what's right for you and what's within your budget, okay? Only you know you and what you can do, not any of us. Anyway, right, off topic. Hello, meant, come back. But I've been really feeling that draw to want to get to know my decks a lot more and really build good, solid relationships with them, because I feel like there's a good few decks that I brought in. Like, there's definitely an Oracle deck or two that I have there that I haven't worked with, but I know I want to take the time. I want to flip through it. I want to read the guidebook. I just haven't been getting the chance because life has been busy. And so that brings me on to this journal, which I'm super excited about. So we've seen this several times here, and I've actually added this. This was a keychain that my friend gave me, and I actually just took off the keychain or the key ring bit on it, and I just put it on the front of this file of facts. So, and I have these, look at these, and the little clogs, although I think in Holland we call them klumpen, but oh, so cute. But this is definitely been inspired by Lennox Rees, because she is doing I'm still watching her video on setting up like a tarot journal. Now, I have definitely set up many tarot journals and whatnot, but I'm definitely preferring Ring's system at the moment. I know Lennox uses Happy Planner. I don't have a Happy Planner, but I have a Happy Filofax. So, like, same fucking thing, really, isn't it? It's not, it's totally different. I know, before anyone says it, I know. But I have Filofaxes, so I'm using what I have in my own a stash here. I don't want to go off and buy something that I feel like may or may not work. So I'm slowly but surely setting this up. Now this one I'm actually putting tabs in for a change, whereas this one, my little pocket one, does not have any tabs in it. So I pretty much rely on like little markers that I have and whatnot. Now I don't mind that for my pocket because this stays here, but I'd love to get another small pocket that I could bring in my handbag, maybe. I don't know, but TK Maxx haven't had them, and I'm not here for paying like full fucking price on these things because they're expensive. I got these in TK Maxx and they were not that expensive. I think this was like 15-16 euros at most. This was a tenner. Not even, actually. I think it was less. Because nobody wanted it because of the colour. And I'm like, I love the colour. It's beautiful. And I also have my blue one, but that's like my everyday one and my to-do list and all that crack. So I want to use this because it was sitting there gathering dust, and I'm like, no, you need to be functional. I got you for a reason. And so now I'm kind of sad that they don't have them at the moment. But the minute they do, I'm going to let you all know. And so you can all rush to your local TK Maxx or TJ Maxx and get your hands on them. So yeah, that's my plan for later on, is to kind of finish, well, not finish, because you never really finish with a journal, but to dive into it and, you know, set it up. Shall we get into the deck pairings that I worked with this month? Okay, oh my goodness, I have you every which way. The first pairing that I worked with was the Tarot Bot, and I paired it with the Starseed Oracle. Let me see, can I adjust the seat to, okay. So if you had seen my video on picking my June decks, even though this month I actually had them picked. Normally I kind of go through the process of it with you guys, and I really enjoy it. It's like kind of shopping my collection and seeing what speaks to me and all that fun stuff. So as most of you know, I love Rebecca Campbell decks and I love Danielle Noel's artwork. This is the one deck from all of the Rebecca Campbell decks that I have that I don't work with the most, but I think that has changed, you guys, because if you had asked me, I'd be like, oh, that was my least favorite, and that's not true now. None of them are my least favorite. So this is the Tarot Bot. It has extra cards in it as well, and I really love it. It's so incredibly special to me, and because I actually won it on a giveaway. Me winning a giveaway. What? I know. It's always so exciting when it happens. I get really excited. I'm like, oh my gosh. But these two paired together were... Hold on. All right. That's so much better. They were like an alien celestial mix together. And I just loved it. Like they remind me a little bit of Futurama, so it's kind of like alien robots. I'm here for that. I love it so much. And then mixed with the Starseed, it really brought that kind of I don't want to say it's odd, because if you are into Starseeds and stuff, I'm not SHITTING on you. Absolutely not, because I find it fascinating. I personally I don't resonate with it, or it's not something that's part of my practice. That's what I'm trying to say. But I really loved how these two, like aesthetically, they don't go together at all. They don't, not one bit. But like, look at this, 3 of coins with a new art. It's happening, keep holding the vision. It says like working towards a common goal. 5 of swords. A physical and emotional healing. Arcturus energy, so I wouldn't be familiar with that, so I'd have to sometimes really dive into the guidebook and be like, okay, what is this meaning? But it all resonated so extremely well. But I would definitely say it was very like high vibrational, which is something that I'm really into and I love working with, and I definitely will talk about it more here, I promise. But this is totally, like, look at this energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. King of Cups. Do I need to say any more on this? Okay, so the next pairing that I worked with was Seeds of Light with the Tarot of Secrets. And this one seemed to really speak to my more spiritual. I need to be careful with the tarot secrets, because I think there's a bit of nudity in it. But it really spoke to that aspect of myself that is very much into kind of the woo-woo side of spirituality. And again, these aesthetically do not go together. But there was a little bit of actually a rebellious energy with this, which was super interesting. Why are all the swords together? What is going on? But there was something very, again, ethereal about this. Very outer worldly. It's nearly like it's in the astral realm aspect. It's where I kind of felt closer to my more higher intuitive self, right? And where it was helping me lean into that, because I feel like somewhere along the line, I'm not sure where, but I felt like I kind of lost that. Not the intuition, that's always with me and that will always be with me, but the aspect of myself that really leaned into just trusting and flowing. It reminded me to, there you go, flow with seasons. But that element of where I just trusted in divine timing, and I trusted in my angels. And this is another thing that's been coming up for me a lot lately, is if you're new here and you don't know, when I first started initially on my journey, I worked with angels a lot. But as time has progressed and my practice has changed and adapted and evolved, I have found that I kind of veered away from that element and haven't gotten into tarot tube and oracle tube and whatever other, element there is to this. I kind of have, I still work with my angels. I just don't talk about it anymore. And I want to talk about it. I want to share it, and I want to be more open about that side of me as well. So I'm excited to kind of explore that a bit more and to share that down the line. I totally understand if it's not for everyone. That is absolutely no issue whatsoever. I get it. Everybody's on a different path and exploration, and I really truly love and honor that so much. But yeah, it seems to have brought me more back to, like the card says here, faith. And the second last pairing, but the pairing everybody seemed to love the most from that video was Tarot of Witch's Garden and the Chinese 5 Elements. This was a super interesting pairing. So yes, for those of you that are wondering, did they read well together? Yes, they actually read exceptionally well. I was really well impressed. I was actually a bit sad to change them out, but I needed to do that because, again, I have quite a few decks and I really want to use and utilize them. But I really loved how these connected. There was something very gentle, very childlike, innocent and harmonious about this. It really seemed to bring a sense of, like, look at this, devil moving up the vortex. There was something very soothing about this pairing, that it was just for, if you really want like a gentle week, this was definitely it. It didn't push too much. It didn't pull too much. It definitely helped keep me very present and mindful and just aware. It really brought an awareness to everything around me, from online to offline to personal life, everything in between. It was just kind of like calm. And I really enjoyed that. I really loved it has, this is exactly it. It has kind of an airy element, but a grounded. So it has a beautiful combination of both. It really has that air earth element feel to it, which I really enjoy, even though it has 5 elements in this one. But I need to read this guidebook for the Chinese 5 elements to kind of really understand the aspect of it. But intuitively, it read absolutely beautiful. And I also use the guidebooks because I like that extra added knowledge to it. And that would simplify your life. Okay, I want to show you the last pairing that I'm currently working with, and then we will wrap it up. And last but certainly not least, this is the Light in the Dark Oracle and Light in the Dark Tarot and Oracle. The boxes are over there, and to be honest, you guys, I'm getting a bit tired in this heat now. And I've been talking a bit too long as well, which, thanks for hanging out with me. Oh, look at this. We have King of Cups with ease, choose the path of least resistance. But yes, I love these. These are very, angelic, spiritual, realistic. So far, I've only been working with it a couple of days, so I kind of need a bit more time. Sorry, it's off camera there. But it's really top of provoking. I can't talk anymore. And I like the angel element to it. And that, I love using the word celestial, but it's the only word I can think of. It is very much into where I'm kind of wanting to explore and dive right now. It feels very divine feminine as well. So it's intuitive, compassionate, empathetic. What are the words? All that good stuff. All the good stuff of it. So yeah, so far I'm really enjoying it. Really, really enjoying it. And I love the way we have borders here and then the pictures in the middle. And they're nice borders too, you know. So yeah. So my loves, that is the end of my wrap-up video for June. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope it was uplifting, and all your comments have been so kind this past month. Honestly, I think you have put me crying more times in the best way than I could ever put into words. I am getting emotional now thinking about it because you guys have been so I'm extremely lucky. I can only talk about my channel. I'm so extremely lucky with the community that I have here and that continues to build and grow. And I appreciate you guys. Don't ever think I don't take any of this for granted. I'm very aware how very lucky, and I'm very, very, very grateful for it as well. So thank you so much for always hanging out and commenting and just being the kindest, most beautiful souls that I have ever crossed paths with. How extremely lucky am I to call this my community here on my channel. And I'm just, yeah, thank you so much. Okay, that's been a huge glimmer for me this month, is just the comments and the amount of videos that I've been tagged in as well. Is just, it's mind-blowing coming from somebody who I know what it's like to, especially have, growing up and whatnot, to not feel included in, the cool. I feel like I'm part of the cool kids here, okay? No, not that makes any difference, but it's that sense of belonging for the first time in a very, very long time. It's that sense of belonging and fitting in, even though, let's be honest. Who wants to do that? Being normal and fitting in is just so overrated. It's not cool at all. Being your authentic self is super, super cool. So anyway, right, Emotional Man is checking out now. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate every one of you. I hope you have a wonderful day, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. Remember, stay magical, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye guys.